Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young and Norvelle Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patrick Young and Terry Norvelle.
All righty, we welcome you to training camp week, if you can believe that. If you think about it, it literally is training camp week for the Jaguars and most of the NFL. Rookies for the Jags will report on Saturday, right? That's the 19th, right? We welcome Ben Dobbins to the show. Training camp week, this Saturday, the rookies, and then a couple days later, I think it's that Monday, a week from today, I guess it is, the entire team. We are in training camp week. Benjamin Dobbins, do you feel any different now? Football season is here, man.
I know. I still can't believe football's this month, technically.
It is here, technically, and we will take it. Got a lot to get to. Speaking of the Jaguars, and I think we got this out maybe just a little bit on Friday, because it just popped, I think, Thursday or Friday. It's not a big deal, but it is kind of cool, I think. Do you realize coming up this football season, Sunday, November 16th, the Jaguars and the Gators will have a doubleheader? It'll be football, basketball. But did you see that where Florida and Miami in basketball, college basketball announced they will play? This was a secret that wasn't very secretive. We just didn't know the details. Florida, Gator basketball, the defending national champions, will play the Miami Hurricanes in a men's basketball game this year, November 16th, which is Sunday. The time hasn't been set, but we all know it's got to be 7 o'clock, right? That's the defending national champions. They did that last year, Ben. They played South Florida to open up the season. But the interesting thing is, that same day, the Jaguars host the Chargers at 1 o'clock. Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, double dip. And speaking of cool, the weather should be broken by then. It's not like if you want to do a double dip, you're not going to sit in the football stadium, watch the Jaguars and Chargers, and be just a sweaty mess, right? You could do a double dip on that day. Ben?
Yeah, I mean, it's still Florida, so it still gets hot. But
yeah, but November 16th, it should be comfortable.
Exactly.
You do watch the Jaguars. And will that be the first time the Chargers are back since their collapse?
I have no clue. It probably will be,
right?
yeah.
They had the 27-0.
Actually, yeah.
Right? They let the 27-0 lead go. How does that happen in the NFL in the playoffs, for God's sakes? We saw it, though. So, a lot to get to. It is training camp week. Glad to have you folks here on the Young and Norvelle Show. We do it until 6 o'clock. Man, a lot of stuff to cover. Major League Baseball, we are now at the All-Star break. We hope to have tomorrow our weekly Tuesday visit with Sports Illustrated baseball publisher Cade Kistner. He is in Atlanta, or he will be. We hope he can check in. He thinks he will be able to live from the field probably. How cool is that going to be tomorrow? Be hearing batting practice and home run derby warm up. No, that'll be the game. Home run derby's tonight. Yeah, that'll be game. So that's coming up tomorrow. SEC Media Days have kicked off. Not a whole lot of news. I didn't think Greg Sankey really didn't even need to go. He basically just said everything he said in Destin 2 weeks ago. This, that, the other thing. We will meet. We will always meet. That's all we do in college football is meet. And he said the Big Ten and the SEC, they need to meet and talk more about running college football because they have strong-armed it. We'll talk some SEC Media Days. Hope to hear from Brent Beaird as we go today. Brent, I think, Ben, is he over there in Atlanta? Is he up there in Atlanta? I think he's at Media Days.
I have no clue.
I think he is. I know his brother, who does sports talk radio out of Birmingham, he's over there. And Brent normally tries to weasel his way up there. And I hope he is. Hope he's calling us from SEC Media Days today. So we'll have that. We're going to take it out of bounds. My buddy and our resident comedian, Mike Freed, will join us. We got a lot of stuff to get to this date in sports history. I've got some baseball news and notes I want to get to. Before we start all this, Ben, before we kick everything off, and I don't think we have Patrick yet, do we? Okay. I don't want to be rude if we got Pat. He gets mad at me, but sometimes nobody lets me know we have him. So Pat's waiting. I don't know. What am I?
No Pat yet.
Clairvoyant? Is that what it is? Clairvoyant? What am I supposed to? I don't know. Anyway, pretty good weekend, I think, for most people. Pretty good weekend for most teams, organizations. Pretty good weekend for Ben Dobbins. Pretty good weekend.
Yeah, nothing really exciting happened, but
got some rain. Same here. I had a pretty good weekend. Got some stuff done, and and worked on Saturday and this and that. You know who it was a bad weekend for? And this is me stepping way out. But I've expanded my horizons lately. There's one organization, one group, I don't know what to call it, one entity that had a bad weekend around these parts. And from what I understand, up and down the East Coast. Any clue there? I'll give you a little clue there. Bad weekend. You know who's a bad weekend? And I'm way out of my comfort zone here. It was a bad weekend to be a red snapper. Did you hear what goes on with these bad boys?
No, I have not.
And I'm kind of a fisherman now, right? I kind of went deep sea fishing a couple of weeks ago. Lucky the hook didn't go through my finger. Here's the deal. There's only 2 days out of the whole year, as my fishing buddies have been telling me, that you can catch red snapper. I think that's the fish. Red something. Red fish. Red snapper.
Yeah, the red snapper's a thing.
Yeah. But there's only 2 days the whole year in these parks. You catch them, and who is that? The Freshwater Commission or whatever, FWC? They make up the rules, right? They're the govy. They're the government. Yep. So they only say you can catch, and you only can keep one a day for 2 days, and the season's over. So let me tell you what happened, Ben. Everybody that's ever had a cane pole in their life, they're out there fishing these damn things. What a bad weekend for those guys.
Oh, yeah. So July 11th and July 12th.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now, do the red snapper, do they get some kind of notice or anything, or do they just think it's a regular Friday, Saturday, and they're out looking for food?
I wonder if, all their school, wonders what happens in these times. Everyone just disappears.
Yeah.
All their friends are gone.
Yeah. I don't know, but man, everywhere I went this weekend, somebody was talking about or posting a picture of a redfish. Man, they had a bad weekend.
That's weird.
They probably do. Somehow they need to let the fish know it's 2 days to make it fair, right?
Yeah.
To make it kind of fair. I don't know if I could go 2 full days if I'm a big old red snapper without eating, though.
Yeah, you got to starve yourself.
I guess so. 2 days, man. Hey, don't eat anything. And if you're talking to the red snapper, if you're the leader of the red snapper, you're going to listen, guys. Listen to me. Okay, ladies, kids, this is the red snapper dad talking, Ben. You ready? Hey, listen, guys. I've got it on authority that those 2 horrible days are upon us. Right, Ben? Those 2 horrible... Listen to me, guys. No matter how hungry you get, over these next 2 days, I think we got... Is that Patrick?
I'm here, Tom.
Patrick, I'm talking about the red snapper days. Have you heard? They had a bad weekend, man, these red snapper. Only 2 days you can catch them here all year. And everybody in the world went out, Patrick.
Of course.
So if you're the...
Have you ever taken a venture and gone out red snapper fishing?
2 weeks ago, but we couldn't find anything. There was bad water or something. Anyway, I've never been...
So there was a day 2 weeks ago, and there was a day... That's how they space it up? That's interesting.
No. I went out 2 weeks ago deep sea fishing for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
Then Friday, Saturday, how I got on this, Friday, Saturday is the only 2 days you can do the red snapper, my friends have all told me, all year.
Yep.
And you can only keep one a day. Yep. So you know who had a bad weekend this past weekend? The red snapper. Every fisherman in the world was out on that water.
Well, yeah, yes and no. Yes and no. I would say no because there's a limit to the size.
Yeah.
So hopefully a lot of the small ones,
I was pushing the big ones. Hey, if I was a small...
the small ones, I'm sure they're...
pushing the big ones. So I was telling him, I said, man, listen, if you're the dad out there, red snapper dad, you got to huddle up at your group, man, your school, and say, hey, listen, guys, I got it on good authority that these damnable 2 days are here upon us. So listen, no matter how hungry you get, and no matter how tempting these fishermen are going to make this piece of bait, look, don't bite it. Don't bite it. We just got to get through 2 days, Patrick. 2 days. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that thought that was funny.
Well, the commercial fishermen, they get to catch way more, which is kind of nuts.
I guess.
I mean, is the fish that good? Is it that good?
I don't know. Everybody says it's a good eating
Terry,
fish.
Terry's had so much.
Yeah, I hadn't had one in a while.
Tell me about the plethora of seafood.
I haven't had a red snapper in a while. Haven't had it in a while. All right, let's get off. Okay. Let's get off this topic. Hey Pat, I don't know if you and I visited since it might have been Thursday of last week. The University of Florida sent out a press release from their basketball office, and they announced officially Florida and Miami will play men's basketball here in Jacksonville on Sunday, November 16th. Well, guess what that creates? That creates a Jaguar-Gator doubleheader. The Jaguars play at 1 o'clock that day. That's pretty cool.
Wow. Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Isn't it?
That is pretty cool. Well, and I'll tell you this, Terry, is not, and you know how upset, we talked about it last year, you know how upset it was for how much I wanted to cover that game last year with Florida playing USF. It just made sense.
Yep.
So if it doesn't happen this year, I'm going to have to curse somebody out. I might have to be in handcuffs.
Oh boy.
Because I'm going a different route, and I'm not bad mouthing my employer because I understand football. Football takes over everything, everyone's attention. So when it comes to basketball season, they give it the minimum that they need to for things to just be easy and automatic, which I respect that. So I'm going from the Gator Sports or the Jacksonville Sports Foundation side, and I've already reached out to the guy that's leading that because they're hosting the event to make sure he makes it happen.
Nice. You need to be on that call. I want you on that call.
Dude, I live in Jacksonville.
I'm with you.
I'm right here.
I'm with you. Yeah.
But anyways, did you I think, the national media, the local media has talked a lot about what I sent you this morning. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Regarding Trevor Lawrence and where so there was controversy on that if you haven't seen, they gave a top 10 list of the quarterbacks going into this season. I can't tell you all the names. If Ben can find that and put it, I think I put it in our group text.
Yeah.
But you have the top 10 guys that you would normally expect in this league. Then you have some honorable mentions, C.J. Stroud, I can't remember who else. Then there were 5 other quarterbacks that got votes. None of those guys named Trevor Lawrence.
So that took him, that's 15 deep, is that right?
At minimum, they have them as a below average, an average to below average quarterback as of now.
So Mahomes 1, Allen 2, your typical, like you said, your typical, Burrow 3.
I'm pulling it up now.
Jackson 4, Daniels 5, hasn't been in the league that long. Matthew Stafford been in the league forever. He's in the top 10. Herbert 7. So we're going through all that. Let me see if it gets to the honorable mention. By the way, Jalen Hurts at 9, and I know he just won a Super Bowl, but a lot of people don't think. Baker Mayfield 10. Honorable mention, C.J. Stroud. He plays in the AFC South, right? Jordan Love was one of your honorable mentions.
Yep.
Also receiving votes, Kyler Murray, Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, Aaron Rodgers, Tua, Bo Nix, and we don't go any deeper than that. And we do not see.
Did you say Kyler Murray?
Kyler Murray, yes, he's also receiving votes.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's as far as it goes, and we don't have a Trevor Lawrence. I think that's your point, right?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a Trevor Lawrence, and I'm the pressure and the onus is on him, and I think we talked about it last week.
Yeah.
The pros and cons of them paying Trevor all of that money when they could have taken one more year for him to put up or shut up. Look, there's no one that's gonna. And I heard something interesting that we need to put in perspective. What were people calling Trevor, Terry?
Generational.
In college and coming generational, the chosen one.
Yeah.
I never heard Trevor Lawrence claim that about himself.
True.
Never heard him claim that I am, which, the outside expectations that he's dealt with for a long time, high school guy, he was, they don't allow a lot of grace. They seem like they don't allow a lot of grace for a guy going into a bad situation.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how talented, how great you are.
Yeah.
Like the turning point, the pinnacle, the worst part of Trevor Lawrence's career was his rookie season. Like you go from a winning coach, and not saying that Urban wasn't a winning coach, but just the mindset and their approach to the game was so different from him having Dabo Swinney to having a later out of his prime coaching standard-wise Urban Meyer.
Yeah. Yeah.
but you gotta say, we're paying them all the money.
Yeah.
Put up and shut up. So I just thought, why not wait a second more, a year more, for him to put the stats and earn that contract for it to be undeniable.
And remember,
if he has the same exact year, minus the injuries, same record. If I put my Blackstone hat on Terry, you get to be Blackstone or some man I can't remember his name right now. What would you do,
Gladstone? James Gladstone.
Gladstone.
Blackstone's a grill.
Hey,
it's a grill.
Both. I love grills. I love grills.
Me too.
Put on your Gladstone hat.
Yeah.
At the end of next season, what do you do?
Well, number one, you brought this up last week, and it was a good point. And you made a really good point. You said, don't forget, this is not the regime that paid him all that money. It was the previous regime.
Correct.
And you asked me, and I racked my brain real quick while we were on the air. Said, well, why would Terry? You said, Terry, why do you think the previous regime would have paid him early? Why? The only thing I could have come up with, and I did, was maybe the previous regime thought, let's pay him big now because we hope he has a huge season. But what if he has a 48 touchdown season? We may have to pay him $400 million. So maybe that's the only thing I can imagine from that previous regime. Only thing. And I'm not sure if we got. I think I lost the audio with Patrick.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, but Ben.
So I was listening. Someone.
Yeah.
You don't. This doesn't happen to you, Terry, but because I use my phone often, if someone calls me because they're rude during the show.
So rude. You so rude.
It's rude. It's very rude.
It's very rude. You so rude. But that's the only thing I could think of was.
Man, I mean, go ahead.
I was just saying the only thing I could think of was what we talked about last week. Maybe that previous regime thought we would love him to throw for 45 touchdowns, but if he throws for 45 touchdowns, we have to pay him all 45, so we may be paying him $400 million instead of $237 million. Only thing I can think of. Only thing.
And if he threw a 45-yard touchdown season, I would never complain.
No.
About
you cartwheels.
Then you do. Everyone objectively says we can win with this guy.
Yeah.
What else does he need?
Yeah.
To make it happen.
Yeah. And I'm not as big a basher of Trevor right now. Now, one more full season, we'll see. My issue is I just don't think the team's very good, and it's hard to be a good quarterback. It's hard to be a good quarterback on a bad team, even in the NFL. If Trevor Lawrence was, and I'm just being facetious here a little bit, but you'll get my point. If Trevor Lawrence was the number one pick overall and I'm being facetious, making a point here. If he was the number one pick overall in the golf world or tennis world, and he was performing like he is now, that's an individual sport. I would be busting his ass, going, wait a minute.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But this is a team sport. I'll tell you another concerning thing about what you sent me this morning is this is a series now. ESPN's been doing this where they have anonymous, so the guys will talk to them. They have anonymous, they go to anonymous coaches in the league, anonymous scouts in the league, and anonymous executives. So they get what they think is a legitimate answer. And I don't know if you've seen, they've been doing different position groups. The quarterbacks are like the fourth or fifth that's been out there. And it has not been pretty from the national perspective on the Jaguars. It has not. Even what I consider their best unit, which would be outside defensive line edge guys, they didn't even have Hines Allen or Walker. Same way, they didn't even have them in an honorable mention. They were barely honorable mention. Barely.
Okay, I was gonna say, did they
barely
get a vote?
Yeah, barely.
I mean, they're top. Someone could, but I wonder how they do that. Do they try to exclude the actual team from voting for their team? And because I know we had that anonymous account from those executives, the same ones, in terms of how each team did the draft. I would have loved to see those teams maybe make a suggestion of like, I think if instead of selling the house and burning the ships to get Travis Hunter, because a lot of GMs and execs they weren't high on that anonymously. what would they have suggested the Jaguars do differently? I don't know if they're going to do that because that's kind of helping your opponent.
Yeah.
Interesting. But I would love to hear that from them.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a football genius. I'm not in the front office. I don't know all those ins and outs, but I can say, hey, yeah, that makes sense. They should have done that instead. I don't know.
I preached all off season. They should have gone. I would have gone. Looking at the roster the Jaguars have, where all the holes are at, I would have gone big ugly, not big sexy. But they went big sexy.
Yeah.
They went, ball handler, wide receiver, quarterback, running back, DB is sexy. Big old offensive lineman, big old interior defense lineman. That's big ugly. That is big. I don't know. Hey, let me tell people, we talked a little bit about basketball. I guarantee you Coach Martin will be at that basketball game coming up November 16th, Florida and Miami.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Martin, obviously one of, if not the leading high school basketball coach in our area. He's been around a long time, really, really knows the game. And every summer he is the guy, his company, Jacksonville Basketball Academy, they put on wonderful basketball camps. Still about 3 weeks or so left. The camps will end the first week of August because school starts. My God, Patrick, do you realize school supplies are popping back up in school, in stores right now? Ungodly.
Dang it, Terry.
Isn't that crazy?
School buses are going to be back
I
around.
know.
School buses.
I know.
Gosh darn it.
But, man, if you're a basketball player.
A blessing to see.
I agree. But it seems like they don't have any time off, it doesn't seem like anymore. But if you're a basketball player and you're ready, trying to hone your game this summer, go make the team, go advance on your high school team maybe, thinking about college, or you just want to get onto maybe your middle school team. You've got tryouts coming up around the corner. Work on your game now, not the week of tryouts. It's too late by then. Contact the Jacksonville Basketball Academy. Just look them up online, Jacksonville Basketball Academy. Google them. All the information is there. Multiple weeks still left of the best camp you will find to improve your young person's basketball skills. Again, boys or girls as well. Third grade-ish all the way through high school. It's a great camp, great instructors. Your basketball player will learn, obviously, the fundamentals: shooting, rebounding, footwork, but teamwork, understanding the game, the thought process behind the great game of basketball. Jacksonville Basketball Academy. All right, Pat, got some stuff I want to get to real quick. All-Star game tomorrow. Major League Baseball All-Star game tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
We think we've got do you realize former Florida State catcher Cal Raleigh plays for Seattle, the Mariners? He's leading baseball, and that includes some guy named Judge. Cal Raleigh has 38 home runs at the All-Star break. The most ever home runs at the All-Star break was Barry Bonds with 39. I mean, this is historic so far what he's doing. Former Florida State player. 38.
Absolutely.
Judge is second with 35. Ohtani.
I love. Don't you love their celebration with the trident, the Mariners?
Yes, they put the big thing
up.
Pretty
cool.
That is cool. By the way,
cool.
I think it's cool sometime when the pro leagues mimic the college, and putting on headgear and stuff started really with college, right? College football, and it bled to college.
Yes.
Yeah, isn't that great?
What did college? I think college started with that. What was it? The chain.
Yes.
Like
the Hurricanes
really changed it up.
You got to give Miami Hurricanes credit. They started that. The Hurricanes started the turnover chain. That's what it was, the turnover chain. And then it just kind of morphed into the touchdown scoring. Who is it? Memphis has a big mink coat they put on.
That's cool.
Isn't that great?
That's dope.
On the other end of the spectrum, we've hit the All-Star break. The Colorado Rockies are they have 22 wins and 74 losses. The record low number of wins is 41. But you can't double it, Pat, because they play way more than half. Everybody's played right at 100 games. So everybody has about 60-something games. The Rockies, I think, are still on pace to set the worst record ever. They only have 22 wins, and we're well past halfway.
Nuts.
Halfway would be 81
Nuts,
games.
Man.
They've played 96. So we're 15 games past halfway, and they only have 22 wins. Your starters were announced. Paul Skeens will be the National League starter, and he should, with a 4-8 record.
As he should.
He's got a 4-8 record.
4-8.
He's got the lowest ERA in Major League Baseball. That tells you about his team that he plays for.
Wow.
We'll get back to some baseball stuff here in a moment. Let me take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to take it out of bounds, Pat. You want to go out of bounds?
Oh, yeah. Let's go out of bounds.
We're going to take out
I
of
will
bounds.
have the for Mike Freed. I will always have the camera on for Mike Freed.
Nice.
And I love these segments, man. I love
a lot of fun.
You and I gotta set a date. I know you've gone and had a chance to see him. I got to get it locked in to come see him as well. But pumped for what he's going to bring to the show today.
Yeah, we've got some stuff. We're going to talk a little bit about Wimbledon. We're going to talk about hot dogs, and we're going to talk about a mascot. Keep your ears on. Keep your eyes on. You want to see this coming up. On the other side, we do it once a week. We call it Out of Bounds, the lighter side of sports. Then we'll get back in. Brent Beaird, we hope, will check in with a SEC Media Days report. We've got some more Major League Baseball news and notes. And this date in sports history. Jam-packed Monday. Glad you're with us here on the Young and Norvelle Show, coming to you on Action Sports Jacks.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
back we are. Officially, when you put the headset on, that means you're back, I think.
That's how it works.
Yes, we welcome you back. I think is Patrick Young still with us? I'm Terry Norvelle. We've got Mike Freed. Time to take it out of bounds. Ben, did we say we still have Pat?
Yeah, I believe he's still here.
All right. I hear him. You hear him? Yeah, I hear him.
You hear him?
I hear him.
I don't hear.
There he is. There he is. Patrick Young.
Hello.
Right there.
Hello, P. Young.
P.Y.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Sound good. Sound
What's
good.
happening, my guy?
All right, my man. We do it. We take it out of bounds. A lot of fun stuff. Let's start. Welcome, Mike Freed. And Patrick, you're going to get mad at me, but I saw Mike perform last night. I went over to see Chris Redd, and Mike, you were the...
I was the feature. That was the 25-minute spot ahead of him. Yeah, it was fun.
And over at the Comedy Zone.
Chris Redd from Saturday Night Live. Very, very funny guy.
He was pretty funny, Pat. He was pretty funny.
You would have liked him.
Professional, good, a happy comedian, which I like.
Very positive.
Let's start our little fun segment. We got a lot of stuff to get to, guys. Wimbledon. Wimbledon just wrapped up. So get this. And I love this guy's quote. One of the major sponsors is Evian Water. Fancy,
right.
Pinky out. Fancy water.
Yeah.
Evian. Everybody knows Evian water. So
expensive bottled
they're
water.
the official water of Wimbledon. Well, this year's Wimbledon just happened to be the hottest on record in 147 years.
Right.
So somehow Evian, they ran out of water. That's a tough look if you're the official sponsor.
That is tough. Although it does make it seem more, more important, like it's supply and demand kind of thing.
As those people were dying, I guess you're right.
Yeah. Could they use another type of water?
I guess they could fake it, but so the spokesman for Evian, gotta love this, Pat.
I think it's Evian.
Evian, whatever. Yeah. I'm not a fancy water guy. I am not a water snob at all.
No.
I will tap water,
tap water
in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
7 years ago, they would think it's ridiculous that we pay for water. So,
yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Right.
Evian.
So, Evian, whatever the hell it is, the official water sponsor of Wimbledon.
Yes.
They run out of water here. How about the spokesperson, though? Get this quote. He tried to make an official statement, and he did, but he tried to save face.
Yeah.
The exceptionally hot weather combined with how popular the Evian refill system has been with both players and spectators has resulted in demand far higher than we have seen in previous years. Wow. How bad is that? He tried to save ass there, didn't he?
You're saying that they didn't just give out bottled water. It sounds like they had it pumped in where like you could go refill your...
you could go refill.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
I hadn't seen that before. That's interesting. That sounds like it's just a setup for failure because they could have just plumbed into the piping.
As a result, we've had to stop offering Evian refill earlier than planned.
Yeah.
But are you guys? The guy's trying to cover. You're the water company, and you ran out of water on an event that is every single year in hot ass July.
Right. It'd be like if Rolex ran out of watches or something. No, I think that is definitely
that, like, they're a premier water brand. So like we go to the Jags game and you buy a bottle of water, it's gonna be what, $10?
$112, I think now it's up to.
$112. They're probably charging $20 or more for their water, which is even more ridiculous.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, I'll leave that alone.
You getting the weird warbly sound, or is that just the crappy headphones I have?
Sometimes that happens. We did give you the bad one, so.
Sound like there was a frog there.
Can we fire up? And Patrick, I hope you can see this. I hope you stay on long enough. Can we fire up a bad weekend? Two people had real bad weekends. Two groups.
You're not on Wimbledon anymore?
No, we're gone.
Okay.
Wimbledon's gone.
All right, I might come back to Wimbledon.
No,
go ahead.
all right.
So two groups had bad weekends. The red snapper, because every fisherman in the world got 2 days to go catch them.
Oh.
There's only 2 days. I'm learning all this.
Really? They're delicious.
On the East Coast, you can only keep them for one a day for 2 days is the season.
For like non-professional.
Every fisherman in the world was out there, number one. Number two,
bad day to
did
be a
y'all
snapper.
see the weekend that Mr. Met had?
I only heard about it from a friend of mine.
Can we play this, Ben? Let's play Mr. Met here. Pat, I hope you can see this highlight here. So over the weekend.
He went to a concert, didn't he? Didn't he go to a concert?
Yeah.
Is it the Black Sabbath concert?
Well, let's see if we have it. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, look, he's on the stage. The Lumineers, they pitch him a tambourine. Everything's good. I'm going to play with the band. Look at the huge crowd.
Good.
Whoa!
Oh, no.
Whoa! Down goes Mr. Met. He's up.
Yeah, that's impressive.
He's up.
That is Mr. Met usually just a person with a big head? It's not a costume?
Oh, that's not a costume. He's got a big head.
No, it's just a big head, but he's basically just a human being.
I think he's normally got a baseball uniform. Here's the deal. The Mets are on the road, so this is a concert. Look at the crowd. This is a group called the Lumineers, who the hell they are. Indie rock. My guess is nobody in that whole crowd could catch. I don't think there's an athlete. But look at the tumble. Look at the tumble. Man! Well, he stayed in character. Up he goes.
Yeah. Let's see that one more time. I want to see what part of his body hits there. It looked like he might have wrecked himself.
He's dressed like a piano guy. Nice catch.
I'll tell you what, thank goodness he didn't slip that.
Oh, yeah. He needed a nut protector there.
Oh, you ain't popping up quick after that, guys.
He did. That's impressive.
But, guys, hey, if he gets hit there, maybe he's ready for throwing ball.
Yeah.
Or
he could be ready. That's a nice callback, Pat.
Or, he is a baseball guy. He's got a cup on. He's got a cup on.
Groin ball, yeah. We need to get together.
He's got a cup on. He's a baseball guy.
I don't know. That did look like it. And you're assuming Mr. Met is a male. Could have been a female.
Ooh.
Mr. Met could be Mrs. Met.
Are we going back to Wimbledon?
Well, there was a couple things at Wimbledon. First,
Wimbledon.
Wimbledon.
The most mispronounced word in sports.
Really?
Million people over the weekend. I won't name it who.
Yeah.
Very prominent sports guy. Wimbledon. It's a D, not a T. Wimbledon. Everybody's
it is a D. Yeah. Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Dummy. Well, staying with drinks, and I don't have anything about this story other than apparently during the final with now I forgot the guy who won, but the winner
Sinner beat Alcaraz.
Yeah, I guess when they ran out of water, everybody's popping champagne as they were doing anyway.
Okay,
and one of the champagne corks ended up on the court. So that's it. That's
on the court.
On the court, like interfered with the play.
Okay, yeah,
actually, yeah. So I don't know. You would think they wouldn't allow you to open up.
The bottles?
Apparently, or maybe just a waiter was opening it up and didn't do a very good job. But you would think, I mean, in America, they don't even trust us with, like, caps.
Yeah.
But you'd think they'd bring a loaded bottle of champagne.
Was it kind of like when Kramer was eating the juju bead and it fell out of the observation?
Landed in the OR.
Yeah.
I didn't land in the player,
if that's what
you mean.
Did the players look mad or perturbed?
They get mad. Anything that disrupts. In the old days, it would be like a camera clicking, but now cameras don't click anymore.
Oh, yeah.
The other thing that's interesting is I guess they have the 150th anniversary of Wimbledon coming up, and of course Andy Murray being one of the greats of all time. They got a statue that they're unveiling of him.
Fair enough.
And it looks like a nice enough statue.
Right.
But apparently, and I don't know if we can pull this up, it got me thinking, and it got this one article I read was showing there's a statue of him when he won the Shanghai Masters, and it's modeled on the Terracotta Warriors, and it's just a hideous statue.
Did you tell Ben to pull this up?
I did not.
No, that's kind of.
Is that
Ben,
how that works?
Did you see how he said, well, maybe we've got it, like.
Yeah, I know.
Via osmosis or something.
I figure. They've got
telepathy or whatever.
Something called Google that works. I was just mentioning.
Well, he didn't know those. What I'm saying.
He knew it after I said it.
Guy's in there doing a million things. He's juggling. He cured cancer about 5 minutes ago.
That's why I said if we can. But it's actually, there's a whole bunch of bad statues out there. In fact, did you ever see, this one's even worse, Dwayne Wade, the Heat did a statue for him.
It was terrible.
It's horrible, yeah. So there's a lot of bad, like if someone asked to do a statue.
Where's Dwayne Wade? We want to picture Dwayne Wade's statue.
Which one do you want?
Where the hell is it?
It looks a lot like me. If someone asked,
it was horrible.
Yeah, if someone asked to do a statue, you gotta maybe get some rights of first refusal to see what's going to happen.
Please,
did they take the Dwayne Wade one down? Did they?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I don't
horrible.
think so.
And hey, Patrick, I think we had that story not long ago. Remember, Dwayne Wade had to go to the unveiling, and he had to try and act like he liked it. He said, "No, it looks great."
Yeah. Right. Am I the only one that when I hear Dwayne Wade, I think of the guy from A Different World? Wasn't his name Dwayne Wade?
No, it wasn't. What was it? He danced real good?
Yeah.
What was the name of that show? What's Happening?
Oh, Oh, you're right.
It was What's Happening.
It wasn't.
What was his name, though? He was the dancing machine.
Wayne.
Oh, no, was he the smart one?
Yeah, the dancing guy's name was Dwayne. You're right. Well, Dwayne was. There was
the skinny one with the glasses was the smart one. Raj.
Yes,
One of them was Raj.
Raj was the star. There was Dwayne. I think there was a Dwayne Wade.
Might have been.
Yeah.
He could dance.
Yeah, no, he was a large guy, and he would do
but
this
he could
thing.
dance. I'm telling you,
he wore suspenders. Yeah, he was great. He was great. Anyway, that's all I got on Wimbledon, so you may move to another topic.
Can we see this time of year over in Pamplona,
The running of the Bulls.
The running of the Bulls. Can we show that? Everybody knows what we're talking about. Let's show that real quick.
Yeah.
How does this?
Did you ask Ben to do that ahead of time?
I asked
We
Ben,
got
yeah.
a nice
Wow,
start
that was
here.
really quick.
And
The 5A girls
Mike
100-meter
Frieda, I've signed
hurdles.
you up for this next year.
Yes.
That guy right
Brooklyn
there.
Anderson
You're in that position right there.
cruising
Wow.
out in front.
Oh,
Who
look
can
good in
finish
white.
behind
By the way,
Brooklyn, though?
4,000
Brooklyn
people.
somersaults her way to the lead.
Do you have to sign up for it, or you just run?
Yeah, you do. So here's what we got.
And
4,000
she's going to
people.
get her.
The distance is about a half mile. I think I figured this out.
Oh, is that all?
2,775 feet, which is about a half mile.
Right.
Probably. Takes about 2 to 4 minutes because you got bulls chasing you.
Yeah, I'd go quick.
And I didn't know this. You know how it became popular? It's been around forever.
Right.
You know what really made the running of the bulls popular?
Well, probably video. but-
Ernest Hemingway wrote about it in one of his books.
That makes sense.
In 1926.
Huh.
Get this, though. Up until 1975, they would not allow women, children, or elderly.
Yeah.
But now they can?
Yeah, that seems interesting. They have an elder But here's what I wonder is because you always see these pictures.
I don't know, Patrick.
It's total chaos, right? Like, do they have any organized part of it? Is there competition to see who does what?
Have you ever tried to organize 4,000-pound bulls?
But I'm guessing
There is no organization, Pat.
Well, what did you sign me up for then?
The experience is just whatever happens.
Patrick, here's how organized I think it is.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, Mike.
And go.
But how much of a lead do you get on the bulls?
Don't get gored.
Do you get a lead on the bulls?
I don't know. You're signed up next year. You better figure this out.
No, but there's got to be like a marathon or something around it that I would gladly participate in.
What would it take
For me to do it?
staying the same for both of you guys? What would it take?
Oh, I would do it. I do stupid things all the time.
I would do it
Wouldn't take
if
much.
we could do it around a charity. Let's do it around a charity.
I would.
Fly us over there.
You
Let's
don't wanna
raise
get
some money.
paid?
I'd like to get
charity.
paid, but I'd pay for experiences though. If I could do something cool, like
I know how
I get
quick
these,
I am.
and there's something called gig salad where a lot of us comedians get opportunities, and you give them your fee and you give them this. But every once in a while, something really weird will come up, and I'll be like, I'll do that for like nothing. You get to bid. It's sort of a gig economy, and I got to bid on a funeral. Somebody wanted to hire a comedian for a funeral, and I'm like, oh man, I would so just do that.
Wouldn't it be great?
I don't know the person. I'm showing up just to roast the deceased.
Funerals have turned a lot of times into celebrations of life.
Yeah,
People. I don't want to. Hey, when I go, my daughter, I don't want a morbid.
Right.
Oh,
we'll all be happy.
Yeah, I want y'all partying. He's gone. The little bastard's gone.
No, I think that's
He's
right.
out of
We
our
could
have
celebrate you. I saw somebody did something pretty interesting at a funeral recently. They I didn't see it, but I saw it in an article. They were not sure people would show up, but they died not with a ton of assets, but they had a car. The car was paid off. And so they raffled the car off at their funeral.
They don't need it anymore. That's a great idea.
Isn't that great?
What a great
So they made sure
idea.
people stayed till the end, and then hey, one of you's leaving here with a car.
What a great idea.
Yeah, I love that.
Pat, that's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
It is a good idea.
That is a great idea.
I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's interesting. I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. I mean, what's the not? There's nothing to hate about it.
Well, if you don't hate that, you guys both are going to love this one. Coming up, Tuesday, July 22nd. So that's
soon.
a few days away.
It's a week from tomorrow.
The Juliet Slammers minor league baseball team.
Mm-hmm.
They are trying
Where is
to,
Juliet?
Juliet, Illinois. I
Is
believe.
it? I don't know.
I believe Illinois.
Okay.
They are having a promotion,
Mm-hmm.
as most minor league baseball teams do all summer, all
Mhm.
season, and they're trying to set a Guinness Book of World Record. And they're combining. Pabst is coming out with a new beer, Pabst Light.
Yes.
I like PBR, by the way. I
Yeah.
drink PBR a lot.
Yeah, my son's home for the summer, and that's what he drinks.
So, here's the promotion.
Okay.
That night through Pabst, special ticket price $2.60. Cheap, get you in. I think you get one Pabst.
Wow.
And trying to set the record and staying with the $2.60 cheap,
Right.
entry fee that night coming up. They are going to drop 2,600 packaged wieners
Yeah.
from the sky to
Right.
set a record. I'm assuming 2,500.
Do they actually say packaged wieners? Because that seems deliberate.
It absolutely says packaged wieners.
They could have said wrapped, but they went with packaged.
I'm telling you, I'll pull it up right here. Yes,
Does it come with a bag of nuts too?
I don't know about that. On Tuesday, July 22nd, the Juliet Slammers are partnering with Pabst Light.
Have to see this.
To attempt the world record for most hot dogs dropped by a helicopter in 1 hour to celebrate the brand's newest beer release. The Slammers will be dropping 2,600 packaged hot dogs for fans to enjoy in between one of the game's inning breaks.
I don't know what the health department would have to say about that.
They're packaged somehow?
Yeah,
right?
they're packaged, but when they leave the helicopter, how high are they dropping them from?
Oh, Mike, get your own story. I don't know.
Well, I'm just participating.
A helicopter's got to be pretty high, right?
Mike, my mind went to like, you know, when we were kids, we probably had those little toy soldiers.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I remember those guys.
Little plastic thing.
The parachute.
Oh, yes. I still
probably,
have one.
I guess they're going to be dropping like
well, you know,
like care packages, like in
yeah.
war. How
Patrick, you may be onto something because I don't know if you could see this, but here's the logo, and it's got a little hot dog with a parachute.
A weenie with
Patrick,
a chute.
Can you hold on?
A weenie chute.
That's what you just said.
But that's yeah. It also shows a talking hot dog, and I don't think they have those.
Wow. Look at there, Pat. You're onto something, man. They're gonna have a little parachute,
guys. Obviously, they have this thing figured out.
Yes.
I don't know. That's how much does a wiener weigh, though?
I think it's a brilliant. I think it's just a brilliant marketing tool for awareness. People going out doing something, and now will this create some competition among
It could result in a lot of space, and somebody could get hit in the head with a wiener. I mean, that could be bad,
or it could be good.
It could be good.
Hey, think about 2,600 hot dogs on a helicopter. Where are you going to put them at?
But it makes you wonder. Like, there's obviously 2,600 is going to be the record. So what's the prior record? And why did they stop at whatever number they stopped at?
Couldn't some engineer figure out helicopter with a turret gun or whatever, just shooting them out there? That'd be fun.
A wiener gun, yeah.
Yes.
That's interesting. I was at a golf tournament.
How many does this stadium hold?
Wieners?
Or people? Or people eating wieners?
Probably more than that. So they're gonna have a fight over.
Juliet, can you look that up, Ben?
Hey, did you give him a heads up on that?
Slammers, I'm giving him right now.
At a baseball game. Oh my God.
It's probably 8,000 people. That's usually what this stadium's. Yeah. But there's not gonna be enough wieners for everybody.
So your point, Mike. Why can't it be 8,000? You know, why not?
6,016.
6,000.
If they were doing that in Jacksonville, I'd be there for that.
6,000, he said it holds that stadium.
I like that.
What if we combine 2,600 hot dogs and a bunch of hungry bulls running down? Can't we combine the running of the bulls and the hot dogs? And isn't there a combination promotion here somewhere in this?
I saw I love these Guinness World Record things. I've got one in mind myself, but I saw one recently where there was a place, I think it was Texas, Kyle, Texas, and they gathered the most guys named Kyle, or they were trying to gather the most guys named Kyle together. I think they gathered like 1,700 guys named Kyle together, and that was not the record. Like, how do you do that?
What?
Like, why don't you figure out how many Kyles you need before you go up breaking the record?
Yeah. How fun would it be to be a Guinness Book of World Record guy that goes out and checks it out?
Oh yeah.
What do you call it? What am I trying to say?
Yeah. I don't know if I ever told you this. My dad had, he passed away, but still has, 2 exhibits in Ripley's Believe It or Not.
I don't believe it.
He does.
Or not. Pat, do you believe it or not?
That is your prerogative.
We'll back up. Don't bury the lead here.
I need to make a trip. I've wanted to go back to one of those Ripley's Believe It or Not. I've driven by them so many times.
Oh, they're fun. My dad was.
I know Terry wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I'd do it.
Won't do it.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Oh, they're fun.
I did it as a field trip. I think we went down there.
They could be a sponsor of this fine show.
What are the ones you're?
So my dad.
Do the shrunken heads? Do the shrunken heads freak you out at all?
Not really. It looks like me, pretty much.
Yeah.
See? That's why. Because there's such weird bodily things people do, and I get it, man. It's not.
So your dad did what
not
now?
normal.
My dad worked for 42 years at the airport in D.C., and he collected, the little locks that you put on luggage, or they used to put on luggage?
The little ones?
Little mini locks.
Yeah.
So he started collecting them back in the 60s because they would get sucked into the engine. He was a mechanic, and he'd have to fix the engines. So he started collecting them. By the time he left the airport, he had collected hundreds of thousands of them and strung them together in chains. And then he decided, when he retired, to put them together into basically a lock-sized lock. So he had hundreds of thousands of locks created into a lock-sized lock. And then thereafter, he went collected.
That was a Loch Ness monster.
Yeah, something like that.
What he built. He built a Loch Ness monster.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So he's still Alan Freed. You can Google it, Alan Freed, like my.
Alan Freed's a radio guy.
He was.
Want to look that up? That's
speaking of the little mini lock that goes on luggage.
Yes.
Hold on, Pat. This is kind of a thought
Pat
process.
to hold on.
Thought process. If you're traveling and you've got something that's too large that you can't stow it above your head, right? You got to send it down. But you're traveling with something very valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Do you take your big suitcase and put the valuable item, whatever it is, in the big suitcase and put a mini lock on it with the theory, if somebody wants to steal something, they go, gosh, there must not be anything valuable. They just got a mini lock.
Yeah.
Or are you risking, because that thing I can just do like that and pop it off?
I don't know that you can put locks on anymore because they reserve the right to search your stuff.
Yeah. But if they see a little mini lock, there's nothing in there. Yeah. It's not valuable, dude. Just put a mini lock on it.
Right. Maybe just put it in like one of those fake dog tooth things or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Nobody would look there.
No.
Man, I would love. Wouldn't it a great podcast, guys? A great podcast. And I'm gonna look to see if it actually exists. Wouldn't it be cool if like TSA agents had a podcast talking about experiences they've had?
That'd be good.
In people's bags, and that would be good, right? I'd listen to that.
That's not mine. How'd that get in there, baby? That's not mine.
Speaking of TSA, did you see this past week TSA passed the new regulation, or the unregulated? You don't have to wear your shoes going through the thing anymore.
You don't have to take your shoes off.
You don't take. I'm sorry. Yeah, you don't take your shoes off is what I meant to say. Which
is I hate when I have to take my shoes off, and you're even if you got.
Now, if you could just get the guy next to you on the airplane to keep his shoes on, that would
that'd be great.
That'd be amazing.
Right?
That'd be great. But don't you hate taking your shoes off?
That'd be another great podcast.
Oh boy,
would love for flight attendants telling us the crazy things they've seen on the airplane.
Yeah,
like we've seen videos. We've all seen videos of people on airplanes freaking out at some point. To actually hear how often stuff like that happens. Oh my gosh.
I got to hear a lot of that because my dad worked, as I said, for the airlines for 42 years, and a lot of his friends were airline people. And when we went on vacations, we'd sometimes go with his boss was a mechanic, but his wife was a flight attendant. So I mean, they had all kinds of crazy stories.
So y'all got to fly like crazy.
We flew a lot, I flew
anywhere, anytime.
And it was an elegant experience back then. We'd fly first class for like next to nothing because.
Did you get to watch the pilots drive the plane and all?
I mean,
as a kid,
my dad would get to sit in the jump seat sometime if they were out of seats. But got to know.
Why do they call it a jump seat? That's kind of creepy on a plane.
Well, it jumps down.
You want to sit in the jump? You want to sit down on the jump seat?
It's on the back of the door and it folds down.
Yeah, still that's not.
You got to jump in.
You're 35,000 up. You don't want to say the word jump.
Right.
Right, Patrick?
You know what bothers me?
Right?
And you heard me say this.
Sir, we got you in the jump seat. No, I don't want to be in the jump. I want to be in the safe seat.
Yeah.
It's going to land seat.
Yes. The stable seat. Yes.
Sorry, Mike.
That's good. Just air travel is worrisome. I was saying last night. You heard me say it that the TSA, when you leave TSA in Jacksonville, there's a sign that says September 11th, never forget.
Yeah.
And that's the one time I really don't want to be thinking about a fire plane crash into a building.
Yeah. And I don't want.
No disrespect to all the horribleness.
Do you guys know something that I don't?
Probably.
In terms of
I know a lot you
3 ounces. Yeah, you absolutely do. Hey, I'm trying to be humble here.
Right, fair enough.
Who picks that out?
The 3 ounces.
Right.
It's
crazy.
Was there ever anything done through large amounts of liquids? Was that actually a?
Well, here's the thing.
Stand back.
I mean, let's assume that you can make something with a large.
Had guns.
Well, let's assume you can make something with a large quantity of liquid, right?
Yeah.
No.
Right.
I mean, maybe the
marshal guy, if he's there.
Yeah, but the liquid thing, like, let's say, oh my gosh, 10 ounces of liquid, you can make a bomb. Well, you could bring 12 different 3-ounce things and combine them once you get in the bathroom in the airplane.
Yeah, sure.
So I've never understood that either. I think you're onto something, Patrick.
But
you know what we
don't they
need,
have-
Patrick?
don't they have,
We need
they can handle that.
We need a podcast talking about liquids. Is what
Liquid podcast.
Liquid podcast.
Hey,
Patrick's just brainstorming on a podcast
man.
today.
What else?
That'd be a good one.
Oh, what else did I have? This isn't sports so much as it's athletic. It's Florida has a new law. It's the super speeder law, which so like if you go too fast, you go right to jail. You don't even get a ticket anymore.
Oh, I love that.
But it sounds I think they named it wrong though, because it's super speeder. It sounds like something you should try to be.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Like, I'm a super speeder.
What is
Florida's got all these
what's
names
the,
for things like Florida Man. What is the speed?
What's the number
I think
for,
it's
triple digits.
I think it's just hitting the high 90s to 100, and supposedly you go right to jail. You get a really big ticket and maybe lose your license.
Mike, Patrick, this may blow you away, but Mike, you're old enough. I mean, you and I are not exactly young bucks here.
I am not young.
Patrick, back in what, Mike? At least through the 70s, the expressway speed limit was 55.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sure.
I mean, 55 feels like you're crawling. That was the speed limit on the highway.
Yeah.
I know, right?
And then it got bumped up to 70, and people thought that was just incredible.
Yeah. They went
55.
up, and then it went down.
Yeah.
I think it was during the Carter administration, if I'm not mistaken. Because the federal government, technically, as I understand it, doesn't have the right to tell states what the speed limit should be. But they can withhold certain funds if you don't do certain things.
Which is always the way they get things done. But there are rural areas that now it's 80.
I'd heard that. Yeah,
you can. I've driven cross country and I've gone through some of those.
Yeah.
That's weird.
But
That would be
55.
That's an exception for me, guys. That's the one rule, that I can think of right now that one should be universal, like cover our whole country.
I'm fine with that.
Go make it faster.
Simplify.
But when it was 55 for a long time, that was the top speed on a highway. 55 now feels like you're going backwards.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just going backwards.
I've gotten pulled over for going too slow before.
I did too.
Did you?
I've been pulled over.
Are you serious?
It's kind of a sports story if you want to hear it.
I'd like to hear it.
A little bit. So I'm meeting some friends.
Please.
I'm meeting some friends. I'm like working. Some friends are out. This is way back when people would gather to watch the big boxing match. So Mike Tyson was fighting, I think it was Frank Bruno. Big fight, right? Tyson was at his heyday, like 92. So I'm going to meet some friends that gathered at the sports bar over there on Southside Boulevard. So they're already there.
Mm-hmm.
So I get there late because I was busy. And so I pull up. There's 8, 10, 12 of my buddies. And they're there. And they've got a pitcher of beer. And somebody said, well, hell, let's just go to Joe's house, right? So we're going to all load up in our cars and go to Joe's house. So I literally have one little cup of beer, and we're leaving. So I'm there 20 minutes, and everybody says, let's just go to Joe's house and watch it. It's getting crap, whatever. So we all load up in our cars. We're heading down, and I literally have had a beer this much, but you're always paranoid, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I get in my car,
Right.
and I kind of loop around, and it's dark. It's probably 9, 10 o'clock. They're going to fight 11 or 12. So right when I'm getting on Southside Boulevard, a police officer, just gets right on my ass.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Just right on.
Sounds very much like my story.
Yeah, and I've never done it. I didn't.
Yeah.
I literally was the last guy there. We were leaving, so I had this much.
And
beer.
what do you do when a police officer gets on your ass?
Went really slow.
Yes.
I went really, really slow. Right?
Yeah.
Patrick so no sooner did we get 300 yards down the road. Woo!
Yep.
I pull off the service road, pull in. I'm like, what in the world?
Right.
So he gets me out of the car.
Yeah.
Says, how you doing, sir? Blah blah blah. And he does. He says, follow this.
Follow
that. And he's asked me a couple quick questions, and I said, well, actually, we're heading to watch the fight. I met some friends. We decided. And he said, long story long, he didn't do a whole battery. He did one quick one. He goes, you have any idea why I pulled you over? I said, officer, I literally have no idea. I was just got off work. Have you been drinking? I said, I had this much. I'm the last guy. He goes, I pulled you over because you were going 15 miles under the speed limit.
Yeah.
He said, that's a telltale sign.
Yeah.
No lights on, going too slow.
That sounds like profiling old people or something.
Yeah.
The speed limit. The speed limit is the limit.
Yeah.
Like you were going.
But he said I was
not the limit.
I was doing like 35, and it was a 50 right there.
I did the same thing coming from St. Augustine. I had all the kids in the car back when they were younger, and guy jumped on my bumper. I thought maybe I was getting pulled over, so I slowed down to see.
Yeah.
And then the lights go on. And he pulls me over, and he didn't do the whole breathalyzer thing, but I'm sure he was assessing me and checking my license and all that.
Did he tell you were going too slow?
I've never been pulled over for drunk driving or to hit one of those things, but I always worry because I get tired a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know, the test, saying the alphabet backwards is ridiculous.
Well,
to me.
a guy like me,
gosh.
I think this is all of us. I mean, if I get pulled over on the side of the road, cars are flying by, it's nighttime, lights are going. That's not my world. I've never been arrested.
Right.
So, of course, I'm way out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
I could probably do it just as bad at noon on a Tuesday.
Right.
Because that's not my world, man.
But some of the tests, I think, I couldn't pass sober. Like, lights in your eyes. I'm tired at night anyway. I think it's. I think what they should do is if they want to know if a guy's been drinking, they should have a DJ on the side of the road and they play the electric slide. And if the guy gets up and starts dancing, they know he's drunk. Because
that could work.
Because no guy dances the electric slide unless he's drunk.
No. Do we have time for one more story?
Sure. Do you have one, or you want one?
I got a story. Pat, you got one? Go ahead. Pat, you had something.
Well, I was going to ask if being an attorney, are there any of these laws locally in Florida that have passed? Because I know there's always these laws that get pitched and they pass. Right? Was that July 1st? Is that the date?
I think a lot of stuff enacted, right?
Any particular laws?
I don't know, anything that you think we should be aware of or know.
Oh goodness, I'm the funny guy on this show.
Did you throw anybody in jail today?
I did
I
not.
like to learn, man. I like to learn stuff.
Yeah, knowledge is power, Mike.
Any new Florida laws? Yeah, I'm not aware of any. I mean,
how about some blue laws, man? Blue laws.
Blue laws.
You know the old laws that.
You mean like no sodomy or something?
No, blue laws are the crazy ones that are still on the books that should have been off the books.
Oh, well, that's one of them.
Well, do you really just say that on our show?
I don't know. I'm assuming your viewers don't know.
We're going to need an attorney. We need an attorney to.
You ask a legal question. I don't know what you're looking for.
Pat, we need an attorney to fight the charges that our attorney just got.
Only heard that word 5 times in his life.
Right.
Goodness gracious.
It's hard. It's funny to juxtapose that with the wiener discussion too.
The young and Norvelle after hours. All right, I'll tell my quick story real quick. It has nothing to do with sports, but you talked about the music on the side of the road and guys dancing. That'll prove.
Right.
I've got a theory, and I'll stand by this. And this is line dancing. Remember when line dancing was huge?
Still is.
Is it still big?
Country western, yeah.
Yeah, it's picked up a lot again.
So I haven't really been out to places, but when I used to go out, and let's qualify this. Terry can dance.
Can you?
Terry can dance. But what I hated about the line dancing, every guy that can't, you know why it got so popular in the 80s, 90s, whenever it was really popular?
Because you could get girls?
Well, sort of. You know, a lot of guys can't dance.
I would be one of those.
A lot of guys cannot dance, but in the day, the girls are at the dance place.
Right, right.
And I mean, gosh, I want to talk to her. She's dancing. I don't dance. Well, guess what came around? Basically, the hokey pokey. Yeah. Line dancing, you're told what to do.
But it's harder than that, isn't it?
Stay with me.
Yeah, okay,
you're told. Left foot, right foot, turn
the Charlie
around.
Brown, that stuff.
So, I mean, the guys that can't dance went, sweet.
Right.
I can now go talk to little Debbie Sue over there and dance with her.
Right.
Because it's the hokey pokey.
In
cool
theory,
story,
sure.
Terry.
Yeah.
Cool story, Terry. It's cool. Yeah, it's a good
Wait,
one.
I think it's going to take a turn here,
Hey,
Patrick.
but that's it. But I didn't say the S word.
That's the whole story?
Yeah, I didn't say the S word.
No, because it's very complicated. Now I thought you were going to explain how it got complicated.
No, it's just about mostly white guys that can't dance.
Yeah, but
loved.
I disagree now. Like
I
when
don't care.
I've been to the country places. I've been to weddings where
the hokey pokey.
No, if they're doing the Macarena or they don't tell you how to do the moves. You got to know it from some.
No, you learn it.
Sorcery.
You learn it. It's rote work.
Yeah, well, you just contradicted yourself. They're not telling you how to.
The person next to you that
dance,
knows how to do it.
The dance is telling you.
All right, it's a choreography.
It's not a freelance. If they took that Macarena song off and just played the coolest song on the radio and it's free dancing, those guys are hauling ass off the field, off the stage.
So you're saying they've rehearsed?
They love it because they're told how to dance.
But if you've never heard the Macarena before, I am.
You know that?
If you've never heard the Macarena before and you show up at a place and they're playing dun 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 dun,
you and I couldn't be any more polar opposite on this.
Right, but
you're not
allowing me to get my point out.
You've gone and watched, and you go, okay, and you slowly started doing it.
Yeah.
This guy would die to have to go freelance dance out there.
No, I agree with you that if you could pre-prepare, it's going to be easier.
Go ahead, Pat.
But I'm certain maybe some of those tough guys, they thought dancing was lame. You know, that could be a big part of it. I'm just wondering, like, how did that process go of a guy's like, all right, I'm going to be the first one.
Right.
I don't care what other people think about me. Like, I just think, to your point there, that had to be tough transition to, and Mike. That had to be a really tough.
One of y'all said, is line dancing?
We have now.
Is line dancing really coming back? I don't go to.
Well, I think it's never left the country places. There's a place out in Green Cove or somewhere out there.
But it used to be really, you couldn't go anywhere without line dancing.
Well, they have it at every wedding. That's how they get people on the dance floor.
Right. So because of Beyonce, you guys, I don't really listen to her, but Cowboy Carter, she really put her foot in the country music. There's been a lot of other like black artists that are country artists, and a good number of them have dance songs, line dancing songs.
Yeah.
My family reunion just this weekend, a few songs go on I never heard of, but they all hopped up and knew all. I was like, dang, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I missed that. It's cool.
Yeah, I wish I could do it. You could spot me. You could spot me the moves and spot me the words and give me a choreographer.
You can do it, Mike.
I just can't move that well.
You can do it, Mike. You can do it.
I wish I could, because like when I get a walk-up song at a comedy club.
Yeah, you gotta have walk-up songs.
I should come out dancing, but I'm so uncool. All right.
The guy last night had a country song. The guy last night had a country song.
Yeah, we can't repeat that.
Oh, really? There's some dirty words in it. Is that a modern song? I've never heard
it before.
It was a country song with some.
It was very Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, I think it was pretty much Brokeback Mountain song.
Yeah.
Anything else? We missed anything?
I don't think so.
Brent Beard's probably. Hopefully, Brent Beard's. Ben, we have Brent.
Mike Bald, Brent Beaird.
Nothing else?
Nope.
Any more shows coming up?
Always shows coming up. You can check out freedtolaugh.com, and you get to see where I'm doing things and what I'm doing next.
But, I got to go back to something we talked about real quick.
Yes.
Mike Freed.
Yes.
Our buddy, you are a resident comedian. Your father, his first name is?
Alan.
He's passed away, but fine man. Alan Freed. In the history of radio, Alan Freed was a massive name. He was a very, very accomplished.
He coined the phrase rock and roll.
And a big. How about that?
Wow.
Yep.
And you're kind of on the radio right now.
I am, sort of, other than that.
Now, did your father do any radio?
No, my mom worked for NPR.
How many times did your dad have to answer that? Hey,
he loved it. Yeah, he collected Alan Freed stuff.
Alan Freed was like Wolfman Jack.
Yeah, I think he got caught up in that payola scam.
Might have. I think he did.
Yeah.
I think he did.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What?
Pat, you're learning, man.
Yeah.
You know what payola is, right? In radio. Not supposed to pay to get your stuff played, because then it would just be the.
Isn't that what we call sponsorship?
Yeah, it's pretty much sponsorship. Yeah.
Sponsor the advertisements, but not the content.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, payola.
Yeah, indeed.
Payola. We're not fighting off any payola sponsors on this one.
We invite payola.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Mike's out. Pat, I'm not sure if you're out. We're all out.
All right.
You're out. He's out. We're all out.
See you next week.
Let's take a break. That's Mike Freed, our resident comedian, and we just took it out of bounds. Hope you enjoyed it. I know we did. Hang tight. We'll come back. Brent Beaird, I think, is going to check in from the SEC Media Days. I know he was all over it. Day one of the entire week through Thursday, actually. SEC Media Days, 4 today, 4 tomorrow, 4 on Wednesday, and they wrap it up with 4 coaches and a bunch of players on Thursday. Football season. Have you heard, Mike? It's football season.
Oh, I hear that. That's where they throw that ball and stuff.
Yeah, there you go. Let's come back. We've got the second hour to kill here on the Young and Norvelle Show.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Will Olive, Mandarin High School. Go Stangs.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School. Tony Mazzio, Sandwood High School, class of 2002. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Shacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Colt Tilly, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
The rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum, with We Armada rolling off our tongues. Never will we roam, for we know our place is out. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing.
Alrighty, back we are. Boy, what a fun out of bounds segment. It's always fun when we bring Mike in, and Patrick loves the segment. I do as well. We kind of lighten things up. It is still sports, folks. Don't forget that. Ever. Yes, it's important, but it's sports, and it's a lot of fun when we go out of bounds and kind of kick around some fun stuff. Back here on a Monday, it is training camp week. Jaguars and basically all of the NFL. Their rookies report on Saturday, and then like 3 days later, everybody. Training camp football season is upon us. As promised, we got our buddy Brent Beaird, as we do just about every Monday. Brent, I do believe, is coming to us live from the SEC Media Days up in Atlanta or around there somewhere. Mr. Beaird, how was day one, I guess? It's still going on maybe a little bit.
Day one was went fine. It went, but basically rather predictable, I guess.
Yeah.
All in all, the commissioner spoke first, and he talked a lot about nothing being cemented, nothing being guaranteed, but he did say that he thought that they would have something that they would know about within the next few months. He certainly prefers the 16 teams, but Terry, he said he would settle for 12, which
I hated hearing that. I hated hearing that.
I know it, but I think he says that because they or I don't know if they're struggling necessarily to get it done. There were some reports that came out, and this is a media side of the college football world this week, but there was something that came out about a story that that they thought they could get something done. Um, uh, he really, it was very obvious to me, he really wants 16.
Yeah.
Is what he wants now. And he said, and the story that came out earlier was basically that you just had a situation where that the Big Ten was the only team that really was stuck on 4-4-2-2, meaning four games for the SEC and four for the ACC and two for the Big 12 and two for the ACC. So, but I mean, he certainly didn't get into that. Frankly, but I think what you were getting out of Greg Sankey, the SEC commissioner, is he said he and Petitti talked about 4 times last week.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, I heard that too. I was not to cut you off, Brent, but I was you used the word about Sankey a moment ago, predictable. I was really not disappointed, but I didn't even think he needed it. He could have just taped his talk in Destin and sent it right to the SEC media days. I didn't think he said anything that we hadn't heard 8,000 times, and I get it, but I'm really frustrated with this whole process. I hated hearing him a couple of times reiterate, well, if I have to, and if we have to, we could settle on 12, keep it at 12, keep it at 12. And I'm like, no, but I was disappointed. He could have just mailed those remarks in. I didn't think he said anything different than Destin. I didn't think.
Well, I think the thing that was a bit different was he actually talked about that he thought the SEC decision would come within the next few weeks. That he didn't hesitate with that. And again, that they've got to make up their mind if for our listeners, do they stay with 8, which they've got now, or do they go to 9? So SEC games during the season. So if they get that straightened out. See, I thought what I'd heard is just reverse. They needed to get the 16 team thing straightened out before they decided what to do with the 8 or 9. But it sounds like they're a lot closer to getting the 8 or 9 straightened out more than they are the 16. So
and I understand there's so much money involved. I get all this, but as I always say, man, they're not splitting the atom here. I mean, they've met so many times. And they have every data point they need at their discretion. Just get it done. Just get it done. And I get it. This won't be the first time that the SEC and the Big Ten don't see eye to eye on something. I get that. That's like, two business partners, two 50-50 business partners. It's going to happen. But I do agree. We need to uniform everything much better. I mean, I always say it, as bad as 5, every year in the NFL, there are 5 really bad teams. 4 or 5 really bad teams. But that's as low as you go in the NFL. You don't go play some AAA football team. Well, college football, the Power 4, they need to stop playing AAA football schools, in my opinion. And the Power 4, they need to play a uniform same amount of conference games, I think, because I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt and say, I'm going to hope if it's a 4-conference Super League, right? 4 conferences make it a Power 4. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say they're all going to be at least in the vicinity of each other strength-wise.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to sit there and go, well, gosh darn, Alabama had 11 good wins, but one of them was against Texas San Antonio, and one of them was against East Carolina. You know, I hope they can work all this stuff out quickly.
I know, and it's just going to take some time to do it. But at the same time, they really need to get this done this summer.
No doubt.
No doubt. Frankly, that they really need to get this done if they can by August. And to their credit, they are trying.
Yeah.
And Sankey made it obvious that that they were. I wish I had more.
I know.
More success, more results to talk about. But right now, we really just don't. Is a problem.
Yeah, totally agree. And the other thing that's hurt college football is there is, and I get it, we're in a new era, and there's going to be some change. There is always too much constant change.
Yeah,
college football, it's every off season there's this massive change. At some point, you got to start figuring it out. And I get it. Hopefully, we are in this 4 to 5 year lay the foundation, and then it needs to roll for 20, 30, 40 years. And I get it. There'll be a rule change here, and there'll be a rule change there. There'll be a review system here, but would you agree with that? College football changes too much as well.
Well, it changed a lot over the last, I would say, 3 seasons. It has changed more than it has in the previous 30. We were, I think, complaining for a while that it was that nothing ever changed, but then finally it did. But look, I mean, we're on the Terry. If we can get this done this year, which we've got to do it because they've got deadlines that they've got to reach in order to do it. But if we get it done this year, I think we will have what we've wanted for quite a while. And if we can be patient for that, and some days are easier to do than others for that.
And I'm hoping for what you just said. Let's go ahead and let this be, 100 years ago when they're looking back, let them say, well, man, that was all when they started really laying the groundwork down. They did. The forefathers did a pretty good job, right?
Yeah, they did. So, and again, these guys are there for it's obvious the ACC and the Big 12 aren't. I mean, they're involved, but they're not really they don't make the rules. Frank, let's be honest about that.
Brent, I was listening to some of Commissioner Sankey and reading some of his. Because after he spoke, his transcript and all was out there. And two things. One, about what you just brought up, the ACC and the Big 12. There were 2 or 3 times where I almost thought Sankey was going to just kind of blow the, they're Power 4, but he just stopped short of going, we're the SEC and the Big 10. We're making the decisions. They're lucky to come along with us. He was very close to saying that. I thought. I chuckled. The other thing that got me excited, I'm reading and listening to him earlier today, Commissioner Sankey, and he gets talking about the playoff and expansion and 12 to 14. I thought he was gone off that topic, and then he started talking about. Let's talk more about expansion. I thought, oh my God, is he going to say we're open to adding 4 more teams? I went, whoa, that would have been a bombshell.
It would have been. Oh yeah. There's no doubt about that. And look, the thing I've always said is it's never dead. It's just dormant.
Good point. Good point. Brent, we won't go through all 4 that were there today. I know Brian Kelly was there. From LSU, he made his rounds with his players today. LSU, I haven't really made who I think is going to win the national title. I don't trust. You know how we say none of us trust Penn State.
Yeah,
we've fallen for the Penn State thing. I don't think Brian Kelly's one of the best coaches going, and I don't think he's a great game day necessarily. but man, he's got a lot of talent. They got a returning.
They really do.
Returning quarterback Harold Perkins. If he stays healthy, he could be one of the best players. I look at, and I haven't committed to this, but damn, some of me wants to say the winner of, and I know they can both still be in it, but the winner of that damn LSU Clemson game, I think will be off and running. You know?
Yeah. They listen. He talked an inordinate amount about that game.
Oh, really?
Saying that the importance of it, saying that they really needed to win a game for the opener. They've lost 5 openers in a row.
I know.
He's seen 3 of them himself. So there's some frustration there. But what he talked about it, kept talking about it, which tells you that it is a priority for them to win that game. They know how important that game is, and thinking that if they can win it, that might clear them for he knows how good this team may be.
Yeah.
And this team may be the best team he's had, frankly. And Nussmeier was there, obviously, and he's a cool head, and I was impressed with him. But he said that this is a game that they have looked forward to for quite some time, and that it is a priority for them to win, which is something he did not say the last 2 or 3 years as far as talking about the opener.
I tell you, man, if he drops that again, that LSU fan base.
I agree.
And by the way, Clemson brings back a ton of talent.
They do.
Clemson,
They really
I know they fell short here and there. And our last memory of Clemson, I guess they were getting beat up pretty good by Texas or whoever it was in the playoffs. They made it, but they got beat up. They got beat up pretty good. I think it was Texas,
right?
But my goodness, they bring back Clemson. I know we're in SEC media days, but Clemson brings back an experienced quarterback. That defensive line they bring back is just loaded, and I could see that. Clemson doesn't have that tough of a schedule because they've got an ACC schedule.
Sure.
I mean, that ACC is, and I know SMU was a factor in it as well. But was that fool's gold? I mean, is SMU going to be that good again? You think? I don't know.
Well,
Clemson.
they've got a pretty decent team. They've got plenty of money.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. That's a real plus for them. But that is a humongous game for both those teams, to say the least.
It really is. Do you have the list of tomorrow? I can dig it up from your notes.
No, I've got it right here.
Okay, so and did anybody else? Obviously, Brian Kelly was kind of. How about Kiffin? Was he just mellow? Did Kiffin do anything Kiffin-like today?
He made fun of the Auburn coach, Hugh Freeze.
Yeah,
a good bit. Just to kind of stir the pot, which he likes to do. I mean, he was in Kiffin talked a lot about how some of these other teams were. He didn't say they were cheating necessarily, but he did say that they had been doing very well, and that I'm trying to be careful here.
Yeah, sure.
But he said, he didn't call anybody by name. He was careful not to do that. But he said, we're following the rules, and some of the others are not. So,
do you think, Brent? You've covered a million of these. I've been to a bunch of them, and we've all followed them every year. Do you think the SEC office, puts a lot of thought on which four, or do you think there's a lot of they may reach out to the coaches 2-3 months ago and say, hey, are there any days you want us to stay away from? Right. Lane Kiffin, you may be wanting to get on a plane on Thursday to go to Europe, so should we put you Monday? Do you think they put much planning? I don't know that.
I think they do. Now, tomorrow they've got John McDade, the SEC coordinator of football officials. He's at 8:30. And then they've got Auburn and Georgia. And then after lunch, you've got Tennessee and Texas. So
gotcha.
It's a pretty good day, frankly.
That is good. And you can't say Texas without Arch Manning is going to roll through that bad boy.
Right. He will. He'll be, and believe me, he'll be a big deal. To Thursday, a Wednesday is Alabama and Mississippi State. There'll be a lot of people staying for Alabama and won't be for Mississippi State, but Florida and Oklahoma are going to be that afternoon, and that's going to be a big deal, frankly. And again, Thursday, the final day, you've got Kentucky, Missouri, Arkansas, and A&M. You'll have a lot of people skipping out on the last day. I tell you that right now.
Yeah, they'll be getting out of there at least. The only thing that may keep somebody there on Thursday is lunch. Grab lunch and jump in your car and drive home or head to the airport.
Yeah, basically, yes.
That's true. That fourth day is not the most sexy day. I wanted to go back before we take a quick break, Brent, if you don't mind, if you got the time. I wanted to go back. I think I've got this right. We talk about tomorrow. The last school coming through of the 4 tomorrow will be Texas and Coach Sarkisian. He'll bring the great linebacker Anthony Hill, the safety Taft, Michael Taft, been there forever, and of course Arch Manning. I think I've got this right. Obviously Peyton was there in his days at Tennessee.
Right.
I'm assuming, I think Eli was there, I'm sure, at least one year.
He was.
Peyton was there. Eli was there. Arch is there. You know, the only reason, and I'll know this because we have a mutual buddy of ours, Buddy Martin, that is as much of a historian as anybody. The only football playing Manning that didn't go through SEC media is Archie, the dad and the uncle, because SEC media days wasn't invented back then. Because Buddy Martin talks about SEC media days was born like in the early 80s, and they had one plane. You ever heard him tell that story?
Yep. They basically had one plane they put everybody on.
They went and picked up everybody.
It was a Skywriters tour is what they called it.
Skywriters tour.
During that time, and they would I remember, they tell stories. I think one was John Forcade of Ole Miss showed up with about 3 different women with him in the car. So that was, and I think one of the women was on the Skywriters tour, by the way. So
did they catch me up? I haven't heard Buddy tell the story in a long time. So when it was born, the SEC would fly one plane around and pick up different reporters that cover the SEC. And did they go to a formal location, or did they just have the meeting on the plane and drive?
No, they went to. My understanding is they went to the different schools during that point.
Oh, that's how they did it. They went to the schools. There you go. Yeah, because you're not that this is only, but. Back then there were 10 schools in the SEC, I think.
Yeah, that's 10, right.
And, they could land in Auburn and knock out a couple. Right. You could land in different areas and knock out a couple. But they probably would land their plane and do a caravan, or But how cool does that sound, though? And how different is that compared to what that monstrosity is right now?
Well, it's totally way different, to say the least. So, but. Now you've got the players come to the media is what it amounts to. They have not announced where it is next year. I'm curious about what if that is, if they know already. You'd think they would.
Yeah.
Frankly, you think they know where it's going to be the next 2 or 3 years.
Definitely, Brent. If you can, let's take a quick break. Come back. I want to lead you off with a question about other networks and stuff, other people that were there that you might have seen. I've got some questions about who you may have seen set up around that monstrosity that we love, known as SEC Media Days. Brent Beaird, one more segment. We'll come back and start landing the plane here on a Monday edition of the Young and Norvelle Show.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jax, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jax is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jax 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
All right, we're back here. We've got a few more moments with our buddy Brent Beaird, who is in Atlanta covering, in person live, covering the SEC Media Days. I think it's pretty cool that we've got a guy representing. I appreciate all the hard work Brent always does on our show, as he's a vital member of our team. Speaking of our team, tomorrow we are scheduled to talk with Cade Kistner, our buddy, our Major League Baseball guy. He is the Sports Illustrated baseball publisher. Cade does a wonderful job on Tuesdays. He is supposed to be on with us, Brent, from the field of the All-Star game tomorrow. He'll probably be on the field as they're warming up for the game tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Brent, I got a couple questions before we get out of here. I really appreciate it. I know you're busy and probably tired from I've been to those things, man. Those things I love those days. I love those days. They'll wear your butt out, though. They will wear your butt out. Brent, I get networks, obviously today, day one of the SEC Media Days. SEC Network, I'm sure, was everywhere, but there's media from everywhere. If you touch college football, you've got some type of tentacle at that location, right? With all that said, was there much? Did you see anything paying tribute to Lee Corso, and I mean, that's going to be such a special day.
Yeah,
Was there any ESPN guys? Was there any Corso reference or anything that you might have seen?
No, surprisingly, that there really wasn't. That doesn't mean there won't be.
Yeah,
we still got 3 days left.
Sure.
So I think that's very possible. But frankly, there really wasn't. It may be before it's over. And that's a question I really haven't thought of yet.
Yeah. I could see the SEC being the behemoth they are. Having rented a billboard or on the side of a big wall, Coach, we're gonna miss you or something. Because he is so ingrained.
Well, I think before it's over, they probably will.
Yeah.
Do something as it comes to mind more. I mean, they are just. It's really all they can do just to deal with the issues they've got in front of them right now.
I agree. Tomorrow, one of the coaches coming in is Kirby Smart. He's gotten so much better at going through the gauntlet.
Yes.
But I know it's in Atlanta. Kirby doesn't get, and the Georgia group doesn't. The Georgia fan base doesn't roll into there like the Alabama fan base in Hoover, do they?
Right. No, nobody rolls into Alabama, but they will have more Georgia people there. That is a good point because they've got a little section you can stand outside of the. But that's a good point. They will have a few fans in there. The radio thing is as crowded as anything I've ever seen.
Is that right?
That they've got them in a. They've got a lot of radio people there, but at the same time, in the print room where I usually stay because they go longer in there, that there wasn't that many people in there.
Is that right?
No, I was surprised about that.
And I wonder if that speaks to where we're at with technology. I mean, everybody's got an electric podcast / radio. Everything's electric, and the print stuff is almost an old word. Print.
It is, but some of the problem here is some of the now, like, I mean, Vince Ferrara, who is with the Sports Animal in Knoxville, I mean, you had a situation where they didn't bring hardly anybody.
Wow.
Maybe one person was it, and Vince is usually here. And he's not. And the reason why is they spent so much time and effort on the College World Series.
Good point.
That they didn't really have the weather on in order to do it.
That's good problem to have, probably, if you're a network or a school. You're defending baseball champ. Was rolling through another almost national title. Interesting though, but it'd be a neat little touch to do. And SEC probably will do something for Corso before.
I would think so too. Yes.
This thing ends. Going back to Kirby, he'll be on tomorrow early, and we're same time zone, right? Everything's fine.
Yes.
So 10:05 for Georgia fans. Kirby will be leading things off for the Georgia contingent. I wish Georgia fan could see Kirby now. He really has matured into this job because I'll tell you, you and I have seen the biggest of big boys come through this thing, and I know by the time an SEC coach gets a head job, he has been exposed to the media a lot. But this is a different animal. This is an intimidating. This is face to face. You know, when Nick Saban was on the sideline in the biggest game he ever coached, when Steve Spurrier or Bobby Bowden were on the sidelines of the biggest game they've ever coached, 3.5, 4 hours, and yes, millions of people are watching and seeing, but they're busy in a game and they don't even see the red lights, right? I don't think something like this, there are over 1,000 media members just salivating to get a hold of you. And Kirby really, I remember Kirby's first 3 or 4 years, he was always about this close from going over the edge. And people would push him. The reporters would push him about a topic,
Right.
driving too fast. How many? But he's matured where he can. It's neat to see the way he's matured to handle this thing, and he's got to now because he's one of the grandfather guys that everybody's going to go to. Yeah,
yeah, he is, and and Mark Stoops has been there longer than
time. Yeah,
Kirby has, but to your point, Kirby, I think you can make the argument is really he has become the Nick Saban for the conference.
He is now. He has kind of taken that over.
Done.
And certainly one more Georgia natty here in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
And it won't even be close.
Yeah.
It won't even be close. But I don't know if it's close right now. Yeah.
And listen, I need to mention something before I forget it.
Go ahead.
Is Greg McElroy, to his credit,
I saw this. Yeah.
Started about Nick Saban coaching somewhere. But let me say this. The great thing about being there is you can find stuff like that out.
Yeah.
And how can I put this? I would just say that someone there contacted someone that's very close to Saban, and they said that there's no way that he's going back into coaching right now with the problems they've got. Nick is great for what he does. If on the field stuff, getting them to win, motivating them.
Yeah.
But the reality is, Terry, Saban is not going back into this right now because it's too fluid.
Yeah.
You don't know how many transfer portals you're going to have. You don't know how many games you can play in the SEC and things of that nature. So that what I basically saw and heard yesterday or today earlier is refutable, and he won't be back.
And
at least he won't be back anytime soon.
For people that don't know what Brent is talking about, earlier today / yesterday, Greg McElroy, I mean, former Alabama quarterback, a buddy now of he's close to Nick Saban.
Yeah.
McElroy was kind of floating that he had it on a real reputable source that really thinks Saban might dip his toe back into this coaching thing, and that turned some heads. But
he did. Sure
but
did.
yeah, I understand. You're right in the area, and frankly, it took some guts for McElroy to come out with that.
It did.
You know?
I thought it did. He was, and it took a while for them to actually break that down. But look, the reality is, I'm not saying that both of them aren't true.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that that under a different circumstance, Terry, he wouldn't like to not get back into the game.
Yeah, because I mean,
frankly,
whatever he is, 71, 72, he is a young 71,
He
young
is.
72.
Yes.
He really has, he's got his act together. He really does. Tomorrow we mentioned Kirby's coming in, the official, John McDade. Gosh, he better have some thick skin, man. That's gutsy for an official, and they always do it. They always do it and get up there. I'll go back real quick. We're running out of time here, but I want to go back real quick. Boy, I think Hugh Freeze is going to be on speed skates. I think he's going to want to. I think he's going to want to skate in and out of each room, and you have to make a bunch of stops.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be quick and short. And you got me thinking, and I looked up. They open up with one of those special. I think it's a Friday night game. They open up at Baylor, and I don't think Baylor's any great shakes, but I don't think Auburn's any great shakes. That's going to be a tough game.
No, it really could be. That
he doesn't need that. He doesn't need to open up with a big fat L.
No, and that's what I was told too. That if he wins that game, they've got several wins in a row.
They do. It's not a crazy tough schedule. I've got it here. Ball State, South Alabama. So if they beat Baylor, they're going to beat Ball State. They should beat South Alabama. At Oklahoma, what the hell's Oklahoma? And then they're at Texas A&M. But boy, that Baylor game's big for Hugh Freeze.
It's huge. There's no question about that. But the thing about it, if you lose that game, you've got at Oklahoma and A&M, then Georgia, Missouri. Now, to your point, and I agree with this, they've got a schedule that they can win. But you go into Oklahoma, you go into A&M, you can lose both those, and then my Stars, you've got a week off to play Georgia. But Georgia's better than Auburn is.
Yeah.
And then they've got enough games to where, I mean, they could end up still. I mean, they need to be about 8-4 in order for him to stay.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Being honest
It's
about that. Yes.
Man, this outside undercurrent is not good the last several months, man.
No, it's not.
Coming out of the season, and boy, Auburn faithful are, man, is this guy the right guy? What in the world's he doing? Alabama's restocking. I'm not curious as much as I think Kalen DeBoer will he'll roll through on Wednesday and be smooth. I think he'll be smooth.
Yeah, he will be.
I think you'll see the weight off his shoulders.
Yes.
And I know the season wasn't what he wanted, but he had to get through year one, man. That's a heavy cross to put on your back and carry, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, see, the problem too is he had a very questionable quarterback too.
Yeah.
And man, in this league, if you don't have a quarterback who's an all-star, you've got a problem. And he did. So they would be much better, and he'll be much more relaxed than he was.
Yeah, I think he'll just roll through. That's all. He's on Wednesday. He's first on Wednesday. On that day, the biggest name I think is DJ Lagway. I mean, you look around. Alabama's bringing some linemen and a linebacker. Mississippi State's just trying to get back above water.
They are.
God bless them. I feel bad. Brent Venables will come in. We just don't know enough about Mateer. We know that he's the transfer from Washington State at quarterback, that Oklahoma is praying he's going to be their Cam Ward. But yeah, you look and man, I think Wednesday, that huge mob of humanity that moves around that place, I think Lagway's going to be in the middle of that, isn't he?
Yeah. He will. I don't think there's any that. But look, the reason it's good that he's there, Terry, is they had to deal with his injuries. That it would have been really bad for for the Florida contingent if Lagway is not there.
Horrible.
The questions would have been unending. They really would.
And you know, they always the way this works, these players are chosen way ahead. They're not released to the public until a few weeks ago, but they're told. Imagine, Brent, that if that wasn't the case, imagine if SEC Media Days, all the media shows up and you didn't know who was coming. You knew it was Florida on Wednesday, but you didn't know who was coming. Can you imagine if Florida rolled in on Wednesday and 3 players walked out and none of them were DJ Lagway? Gator Nation would have exploded. Gator Nation would have gone, oh my God, is he on an operating table? Where's he at? What's he doing? Yeah.
And look, I think they would have had a real argument toward that end too. So, but I tell you one thing, it was obvious today. What was different was Sankey started at 9 a.m. Usually Sankey doesn't start until the afternoon.
Yeah.
But when you've got four coaches every day.
Yeah.
And listen, we talked about this a little bit just among the media members. What are they going to do if they add 2 or 3 more teams?
That's funny. You took the words out of my mouth. 4 is about as many as you can get on one day. You just can't. You just can't squeeze any more in. Brent, 2 minutes left. I don't know if you saw this. I don't know. Number one, what's the rest of your schedule? How long are you going to be in Atlanta? Do you know yet?
I won't be coming back until it's over Thursday.
Yeah.
And I won't be coming back until then.
Well, hopefully we can catch you on Wednesday. I know you're going to be busy as heck. Florida is at 1, so if we could catch you after the Florida stuff on Wednesday, that would be great. Brent, I don't know if you were in town or not. The official announcement, I think it's pretty cool, Florida and Miami basketball.
Yes.
November 16th, Sunday, November 16th. That's the same day as the Jaguars have a home game. So you're going to have a Jaguar-Gator, a little doubleheader. How about that?
Wow, that's pretty exciting, frankly.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it really will be.
You'll have the Jaguars and the Chargers 1 o'clock in the stadium, and they haven't announced the game time yet for basketball. You know they haven't because it's got to be 7 o'clock.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, you'll do a little double, and you know by that time it should be cooled off. you could probably do a little double dip if you're a football, basketball guy.
Yeah, you could be.
That'll be fun, won't it?
But having Florida, and look, Florida needs playing. If I was Florida, I'm playing Jacksonville every year.
Yeah, why not? Good for your brand.
Absolutely, it is.
Really good for your brand. All right, Brent, I think we went over it, but let's real quick with 40 seconds left. Let's get to our Tuesday. The official coordinator of officials, John McDavid. He'll be there. Georgia rolls in with Kirby Smart and players at 10. Hugh Freeze and Auburn will roll in and roll out, I think, at 12:15 tomorrow. Then the afternoon session, Tennessee comes in. Boy, they are a lot quieter than they've been the last 4 or 5 years. I think most people think they're going to have a bit of a step back, but Heupel and his players come in, the third team tomorrow, and then things will close out. It'll be fun. Sarkisian will be fun with Texas, and then Arch Manning, the traveling circus that will be Arch Manning. That'd be a good day tomorrow. Pretty good day tomorrow.
It will be. And listen, if something breaks, I'll call you and let you know. But and it usually doesn't during this, but you just don't know that.
You really don't. You really don't. Somebody may get served with a subpoena like Phil Fulmer did. Remember that? Remember that? You never know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got served with papers right there at the media days. He is Brent Beaird. I appreciate it. I know you're tired, Brent. It's been a busy day. It's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work out there at SEC Media Days. That'll do it for our segment with Brent Beaird and today's show. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed it. Boy, Mike Freed was fun as always on Out of Bounds. Really enjoyed chatting and kicking it up with Patrick Young here on our show. Pat's done a great job, obviously, since we've kicked this bad boy off. And really enjoy our time and our friendship. That'll do it. I want to thank Ben Dobbins, who's been in for several days producing. We'll have Casey Kurtz back tomorrow in the control chair. That'll wrap it up. We'll talk to you again tomorrow, Tuesday, for the next edition of the Young and Norvelle Show.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Will Olive, Mandarin High School. Go Stangs.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School.
Tony Mazzio, Sandwood High School, class of 2002. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
The rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum, with We Are Martyr rolling off our tongues. Never will we roam, for we know our place is down. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing.